Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. It's Project, and it's some Town Traitor with a bunch of people I know. This is actually a pre-recorded game because I was in a Discord call at the time. People in this game are Lachi, Tani, Vera, Neverio, and Nora, who you know from some of the Among Us stuff. So I am Medbay Scan. Why Medbay Scan? We were going for some Among Us stuff. Medium claim day one. There was some general trolling between us. So I was going to come out as TT and then thought, nah, better not, I'll get in trouble for that. So I just thought, I joked, I'm a juicer. So I'm a witch, one of my favourite roles in this game, which is always a good laugh. So I'm controlling Pew Pew because I like the name straight into myself because somebody decided in our group to call themselves Project. So this is a difficult one because I'm not a big fan of Town Traitor. It's an okay game mode, but it's always one of those difficult questions. And I get stuck for a while thinking of a good fake claim. Now, common claims for witch are stuff like lookout, sheriff, invest, stuff like that. I always like to go a little bit sideways. I did think about claiming transporter for a little bit. I can't remember why I thought about claiming transporter, but as you can see, I did put. So I find consort straight away with Pew Pew, a consort. So TT is found dead. TT was definitely dead. So I get in touch with our, well, I think about getting in touch with our consort, but, well, he's one of our allies. Actually turns out to be one of the players I've mentioned earlier. And just let the consort know exactly what they did. Coco the sheriff comes out and says Cool Kids Club is inno. Project the Vigi comes out as the idiot he is, decides I'm going to claim Vigi in a game with confirmed witch. What are you thinking? So I'm still deciding on my claim at this point. I'm still thinking, do I claim transporter? Do I claim something else? It's always one of those difficult questions. So the Vigi comes out straight away. In our Discord call we're in, I may put some of the Discord audio in, but yeah, we're laughing at the Vigi who decides to come out straight away. So I call. Well, I can't remember what I'm doing here. I'm just sort of idling. Can Hypno work as consort? The almighty question. So I decide to go with a BG claim. Why a BG claim? Because there's no other TP claims out on the board at the moment. So I literally go, I'm a TP claim with no other TPs that have come out. So at the moment, I am as confirmed as I can be as a TP claim. The best claim is a TI slot, which is possible. Hypno is possible. So there's talks that one of the escort claims could be Hypno. So onwards to night one. So obviously I'm going to control this vigilante. Now the question is whether or not I believe this vigilante, because it's entirely possible a mafioso or something. So I do something strange here. I actually get him to shoot me. You may be thinking, why shoot you? Because here's the thing. If this is mafioso, I can then claim, look, I self-vested and I was attacked by mafia. And if there's a spy or lookout, they can then confirm that's mafioso and get him out. On the other hand, if that's a legit vigilante, I would then know it and then be able to start shooting people properly with it. So it covers the mafia's back, it covers my back, and mafia know who I am. At this point, they don't have to worry about that. So that is actually a legit vigilante who decided stupidly to come out in a witch game. I'm not sure what you're thinking, Mr. Vig, but not your cleverest idea. So I immediately put that I'm attacked self-vested. So Vig was witched into me. I know that, of course, being the witch who witched the Vig into me. But here's the thing: witch wouldn't normally do that, would they? Now there's probably cause that I'm probably Godfather at this point. Now my concern was if there was a spy and the spy happened to have known, well, if the spy happened to have known that 4 was, I'm sort of messing my words up here, but basically my thinking here was if the Vig was mafioso, the spy would have then saw mafioso visiting me and then confirmed me as down. Or not mafia at least. So I come out straight away and say 4 is legit vigilante. Confirming that 4 is Vig, confirming myself as BG. Now there is cause that I might be Godfather here when they come out. A lookout comes out up in Lulu. Pew Pew visited Project, no other mediums. So So they now know that is one of the escort claims. So I literally clarify Project Story because he believed he was controlled into GF. Or, no. So I CC the Doc claim who's come out of nowhere. And I said, I did. I mean, I was the only TP that came out at the time. So I'm a logical person to attack. So it's a perfectly reasonable explanation to why you self-vested on that night. And it's something I actually tend to do. If I come out as TP early, I like to vest night 2 or night 3. So London goes up, who is one of the TP claims, who claims they were role-blocked and then jailed. I mean, to be fair, I actually kind of agree this is a stupid push. I mean, you've got 3 TP claims, I'm one of them. Doc is a confirmed role here. There is a dead Doc in the graveyard. We hang 13 and Finno, we X8. It's not really a 1-for-1 because there is actually a third Doc claim. You may have missed it because I only just glanced it and I missed it the second time round because James Bailey at an earlier point did claim Doc. I personally think the better call is Lynch 1 or Lynch 4. Unfortunately, I'm the only inno on this, which is a bit of a disappointment. If Mafia had actually innoed their own mafioso here, they might have got away with it. Unfortunately, I'm the only guilty on that, so I look suspicious as hell. And I would literally just say, look guys, I'm completely wrong on this. I apologise. I mean, I personally, in my personal opinion as a player, I would probably lynch 1 first. Because he didn't CC, and I would have trusted my BG claim. So I call for a lookout to be on 4. Knowing full well that 4 probably wouldn't get controlled just knowing there was a lookout on him. Except here's the thing, we're talking about me here. So at this point I've already decided I'm going to use the vigilante. I can literally claim, yeah, I'm a bodyguard, I was on 4. I think this lookout is probably witch. So I look through the voting. There's one particular person that's come out to me. It's Coco. Now Coco, if you were paying attention earlier, was the sheriff claim. And was the only sheriff claim. And was pushing against Mafia. This is a reasonable shot in my book. Now if you go right back to round 1, you will realise 7 never told me who his Mafia buddies were. So the Doc claim is dead in 1. So my claim is rapidly falling apart here. My goal here is to try and get some sort of majority. Unfortunately, I may have made a slight error. Well, not so much an error, it's more our consort made a slight error. And as you are about to see, game, if you can hurry up please. The sheriff was Town Traitor. Nice of the escort consort to tell me that, because that sheriff claim looked like the most legit sheriff claim in the universe. So Project is still saying he's controlled. Backstreet Rat has claimed that they were roll-blocked twice. So there's pointing on me again, knowing full well at this point I am Random Town. And that Vigi is Random Town 2. And that we don't know what Random Town 3 is, because we just don't at this point. Nobody's come out, there is no possible claims at this point. There's calls for 2 asking what are you. So 2 is a lookout claim which looks very suspiciously like a witch. Now let's see what they do. Why would you spy on Coco? So he claimed to have been on Project, so you would know at this point who the witch was. Unless of course you're the witch. So this gets voted up. Vigi luckily does my job for me and initiates a push. So Backstreet Rat says they got tricked by the sheriff. The Town Traitor Sheriff, who's probably the most useless sheriff in this game. It's not so much a complaint against the player, but it's more a case of actually complaining about the role being Town Traitor. Got T2 killed by not telling you. Shit. Yeah. I mean, there's not much you can do in that situation. I had to try and take the most reasonable shot, not knowing who your Mafia were. And knowing full well that TP would probably be on 6, a jailer claim. He did claim jailer at some point, earlier in the game. So I literally ask, is 15 one of yours? Because I don't know what 15 is at this point. But in my opinion, 15 is probably Godfather, which I am confirmed at. So I literally tell the consort, I'm going to control the Vig straight to the jailer for you. And then I can literally claim I'm on 4. Knowing full well that Mafia know I'm a TP claim to them. In actual reality, I'm Witch. But Project immediately goes, what? I mean, the fact is, the Lookout did not put in that I controlled him. What were you doing, Lookout? I don't know. So I think about... Well, I literally just do this. I literally just shoot the jailer with a Vig. I mean, that's the most reasonable kill here. Mafia then need to get one more kill, and we've got an evil majority, and we've got nothing to worry about. There is still an escort somewhere in game, I believe, but we're not sure at this point who this escort is. So we've now got to sit here for 10 seconds. So, yeah, there's some really good banter between us as a group. I might put the episode up as like a separate thing, but it's not really a big priority. So Vig takes a shot at the jailer. Let's see if our jailer is dead. Oh, would you look at that? Our jailer is dead and Lulu is dead. Putting Mafia into a very strong majority at this point. We got a little bit lucky actually, because if Town Traitor Sheriff wasn't killed, jailer would probably have jailed and executed the Mafia. So 7 is our escort claim. And Memes was a jailer and was shot by me. So Lulu, what were you? You were, I believe you were the medium claim, if I remember correctly in this one. So we're left with Dying Vigilante, an escort in 5, and whatever happens from this point. So Lulu was medium. So at this point, Vigilante's dead, there's nothing they can do. So, at this point, you might as well just come out if you're an evil. There's no point in wasting time. There's nothing that's a threat to us at this point. Pew pew, how do we clutch this? Due to some very clever witch play, some really good Mafia, and just some pure good luck. Because London ended up being, I can't remember which player particularly it was, but it did end up being one of our group. In fact, pretty much our entire group was evil, with the exception of Lackey, who was the vigilante, and one of the invests was Tanny, I believe. I think everyone else was evil. So immediately calls, actually want to vote 5, it's 5 down, 5's not Mafia. They didn't speak or game. To be fair, Lydia Justin did not say a single word the entire game. And to be fair, after the game, Lackey did say he was going to shoot 5 because they did say a word. Yeah, I wasn't going to let that happen, mate. You were going to shoot one person and one person only, and that is our jailer. That ended up being the only good shot I ended up taking in the end, but... Absolutely no claim from Lydia Dustin, who was our escort in the end. I don't know what they were playing at. I think they were trying to do a game where they only said one thing the entire game. Or AFK, I'm not sure. But yeah, this gets voted up. And that is pretty much the game at this point. So it's now me literally filling in for however long left of this video it is. I believe it is... Well, I can't actually tell you. It's a couple of minutes, I reckon. So Lydia Justin gets out of here. Vigilante dies tonight. Now there were some calls from me to just cause chaos by role blocking the Godfather or getting the Godfather to kill his own consort, stuff like that. I did think about it. But in this particular case, one thing I always like to do as a witch is basically I said, literally just have fun, I'm not going to get involved here. Because as far as I'm aware, I've already done my job. I've initiated contact with you. My goal at this point is just to cause as much chaos with town as possible. It would have been more useful had I actually known that was Vigil. Well, if I happened to know who Mafia was. So thank you, Pew Pew, for not telling me who Mafia were. But at this point, I might as well just control the Vig just to torment the Vig. I did think about targeting myself, which you can actually now do as a witch. But I believe as witch you are now super roadblock immune. So What that means is basically any targets that are jailed or pirated, I believe, are super roadblocks, which cannot be stopped, I believe. I believe that's how that works. There was some concerns on the voice chat that Mafia were going to actually attack me, but in the end they decided to roadblock me because, you know, for kicks. And that is a game in the end. So quick run through. Decent town list to be fair, but we had probably the best set of evils we probably could have had, apart from the consort who decided, I'm not going to tell the witch who my Mafia are. So, who was it? I believe it was Vera. If you do watch my video, please next time a witch gets in contact, please, for the love of God, tell your witch who your Mafia are so we don't get involved. I mean, Project Ghost, that's my bad. You came out as vigilante in a game with confirmed witch. I mean, in that situation, I would probably have fake claim medium or veteran. I mean, it would have been a reasonable shot on Lydia. They didn't say a word, so it was likely that one of them was escort, one of them was consort. But here's your full role list. Quick run through of who is here. Lucky Simmons was here, who was our vigilante. Who else? Verity, or Vera as we know him, was our consort. I was a witch, obviously. Tanny G was our investigator. Naverio ended up being our mafioso, who literally got lynched completely out of the blue, and Nero ended up being our godfather. But that's pretty much this game, so take care, have a good one.